So when you see somebody whiff something really big, don't just walk forward. Because this guy's just, this Zangief's player, you know, he's doing this, churning that butter. He's wanting that command grab real bad. Hey, what's up everybody? In today's video, we're going to look at some viewer replays that were sent to me, and I'm going to watch these replays and try to give advice as best I can as to how my viewers can quickly level up and fix issues in their game. So with that said, let's get right into it. Let's go right back to the beginning over here, alright? Round start, you drink. Against Kimberly, drinking in mid-screen is really dangerous because she can react with this slide. Okay, good job with the punish there, but you can get a much better, you can go into your combo, end with your Rekka string, like the 3-hit Rekkas, and then do the drink ender. Okay, let's keep going. This kind of stuff. So doing a palm from full screen is not the best idea. If you are already at this range and you started to do the palm, that might be an okay idea, but at this range that you did it at, there's no way your palm is going to hit, so there's no reason to do it. And if you do whiff it, you give Kimberly a really good chance to whiff punish you. She can do slide, she can do standing hard punch, whatever. So you don't want to be throwing out palm at this range at the screen because it's not going to hit. You're just giving yourself an opportunity to get whiff punished. So ease up on the full screen palms. You got to chill with that. Again, with the full screen drinks, you get thrown. And then here, you walk backwards. So first issue here, one, you walk yourself into the corner, which is where you definitely don't want to be. And then not only do you walk yourself into the corner, you go for a drink, which the Kimberly player kind of predicted you would do and went for a full screen slide, which not only counter hit you, but also put you right into the corner. So you made the Kimberly player's life really easy by going for drinks in neutral when you weren't really safe, and especially against Kimberly. Let's look at what happened. So here, what did you try to wake up with? Let's look at your inputs here. But were you trying to DP? This is a missed DP input, isn't it? That's what it is. This is a missed DP, but whatever. Missed input. Let's keep on going. Into the throw, okay. Then you finally get it, good. Then you go for the full screen drink again. So yeah, that's a common pattern that I'm seeing from you. So get rid of those full screen drinks. Nice throw into the corner. That was a good idea because now you gain advantage. Then you go for that, which is a really risky option. I would have preferred if you had done drive rush as opposed to this. So generally after a throw, you can almost, you had like how much, you had almost full drive rush bar. You had the knockdown, drive rush, gain your frame advantage, apply a mix up, rather than betting it all and doing a move that could be a little bit unsafe. Okay, so you go for the jump, which good, because this person just mashed buttons. Good ender. Then here what happens? So mistimed your input. So what I would recommend for you there to not get thrown punished by accident, you really work on your throw timing. So what you should be doing is when you go into training mode, here's your combo, figure out the perfect timing to get this. So you did it a little bit early. So getting throw loops in this game is super important. So you definitely want to spend some time in training mode making sure you don't drop those throws. You should have it down like you don't even have to think about it, the timing. Okay, so you get thrown, then what do you do on wake up? Let's look at your inputs. You did back to down, back to back. Alright. And then here you try to do another DP. So against throw loops and stuff, definitely learn how to do delayed throw tech. There are lots of videos out there on YouTube about how to do it if you don't know what it is. I have a video on it as well, so if you want to check out my video, it's really short, it's like 2 minutes, and it'll tell you everything you need to learn about how to do a delayed throw tech. That blows up like every player in gold and platinum. It's really strong defensively, so definitely check that out if you haven't already. And then yeah, the drive impact, whatever, that's just a reaction check. Okay, let's go to round 2. Let's just watch most of this. What I would recommend is not just autopiloting into crouching medium kick into your Rekka series, because it's going to lose to people who, number 1, block, number 2, push drive impact. So try to, like, if you're going to do a crouching medium kick, try to kind of hit confirm into it with like a drive rush. Would probably be much better. Anyways, you eat this into super. Or whatever, you still have lots of health, it's not bad. This, what'd you try to do there? Let's look at your inputs. Not quite sure what you tried to do there. At these kind of ranges, blocking low when you get up. Alright, blocking low would be much better. So back into a throw loop situation. Nice block. So you gotta learn how to deal with this string. This is fake. This kick there, that's fake. You don't have to eat this. Yeah, so really quickly, let's take a look at what your options are against that target combo that Kimberly did against you. So it's light, medium, hard into this overhead. So let's record this. So she's not actually airborne when you do this. It looks like she's airborne, but Kimberly's actually still grounded. So you can go like that. So if she doesn't do the ender, she's -10. Which means I think in both situations you can always get a... Yeah, you always get a crouch jab. So whether Kimberly does the ender or whether she doesn't, your punish is going to be exactly the same. Just make sure you check your options whenever you get hit by something that you've never seen before. Go to training mode to figure out what you can do against it. For this character, it's pretty simple. But this is a fake string, so don't let Kimberly's get away with this. Okay, good. You punished the sweep there. That's exactly what I wanted to see in the first round. Goes for the drink. Good. Punished again. Nice. Good, getting the drinks in. Okay, so again, talking about what you did in the first round, going for just like autopilot attacks. Sweep generally is a really bad option against opponents who are trying to pressure you and to close the gap, because the problem with sweep is if it works, yeah, it works, but it's kind of like one of the most risky options you can do, because if it's blocked, you're dead, and if they do drive impact, you're dead. So doing sweep in neutral to keep opponents out is a really bad idea. If you want to keep them out, you should try to poke with a good poke attack, like a standing medium kick or a crouching medium kick from Jamie, or even something like a crouching jab. And it would allow you to have enough time to react to this drive impact with your own drive impact. So that's something to watch out for. This player already showed you earlier on 2 times, once in mid-screen and once in the corner, that this player likes to do drive impact. So as soon as that you kind of get against an opponent that shows you that they like to use drive impact, your brain kind of has to switch and go, okay, I have to switch to using mainly my cancelable normals and none of my non-cancelable normals, because you never know when they're going to throw it out, and you want to be able to give yourself the opportunity to respond with your own drive impact. So when you're fighting these players, again, make sure you stop using non-cancelable normals in dangerous spots and stick to cancelable normals instead. So first of all, did you win this match or did you lose this match? I haven't watched it yet. You lost it. Alright, so do you know why you lost this match? Giving up too much space and not anti-airing. Alright, so let's take a look at this and let's see if I agree with what Redned says about his own evaluation of his play. Let's go. Alright, yeah, so there. Okay. That was just a spacing thing. You had the right reactions though. Okay. Actually, I'm going to stop the replay right there. Let's go back a second here. This is super dangerous against a grappler. So one of the things you don't want to do is leave like any space, like trying to do something where you can put yourself punishable right in their face against a grappler. Now you went for the EX Ender, which I believe doesn't have a gap in it. But had you done something that does have a gap, Zangief can just command grab you out of that. So it's a really bad idea against Zangief. You don't want to be pushing unsafe stuff in his face. Alright. So I like this jab into the throw. That's a great mix-up there. Using your drive rush plus frames to set up a strike throw mix-up. Good job. Then here, you do dash into standing hard kick. Because personally, I wouldn't recommend dash into standing hard kick at all. And the reason why I wouldn't recommend it is you don't get plus frames after a throw mid-screen in this game. If you want to take plus frames and set up Oki, you have to spend bar to do a drive rush, like a neutral drive rush, to approach your opponent and then go for Oki. So first of all, you're already minus after you dash. So had the Zangief known that, Zangief could have pushed like a crouching light punch or done a command grab and punished your dash. Number 2, doing this kick is a really bad idea in Zangief's face, because basically only 2 things are going to happen. Number 1, it's going to hit and you don't get a combo off of it. It doesn't have that much frame advantage and it's just on regular hit. And then number 2, if he blocks it, this is super minus and Zangief has a command grab. So again, the same thing as with the target combo you were doing before. You don't want to push buttons that are super minus in the face of a grappler, because they have a really high damage option against it with the command grab. And as soon as you start doing that as a grappler, they're going to be like, oh yeah, this is great. He keeps on pushing unsafe stuff in my face. My life is easy. So you don't want to make a grappler's life easy by just doing unsafe stuff in their face. So definitely watch out for that. Okay. Okay, hold on. What happened here? Let's take a look at this. Into medium punch. That's fine. Get the distance. Then here. Alright, so this can be a little bit hard to do, but at this situation, don't walk in to go for a punish. Right now with Luke, you have 1 bar, so you can do a super. You're on classic mode, so you can't do the easy supers, but you could have done a super. You could have done drive rush into something like a standing hard punch or whatever. I think standing hard punch from this range would have worked, or at the very least, quarter circle back hard punch would have connected for at least a hit on this. What I would recommend here is probably drive rush, crouching medium punch, crouching hard punch, go into a full combo. So when you see somebody with something really big, don't just walk forward. Because this guy's just, this Zangief's player, you know, he's doing this, churning that butter. He's wanting that command grab real bad. What does Zangief do on wake up? No drive rush. There you go, jumps into command grab. So yeah, you're anti-airs for sure, especially at this range. So, thing with Zangief, once he's at about this range against Zangief, this is his kind of space control range. He can do standing medium punch, crouching medium kick, and if he's being really, really saucy, he can try to go for that overhead standing hard kick attack. But generally at this range, you're safe because Zangief can't reach you. What Zangief has to do at this range, Zangief has to come in at you. You want to be dictating the control of the match and the spacing in this situation. But most players at this level, silver, gold, platinum Zangiefs, once they get here, they get really impatient and they'll just jump. So unless you're anti-air, you have to give them a reason not to jump. So you really have to be watching for jumps at this range, and even just a little bit outside of this range, because sometimes they'll go for the jumping hard kick attack. So at this range, you always want to be thinking anti-air, anti-air, anti-air. And the reason why you want to be thinking about anti-air is because pretty much a little bit further back than this, Zangief doesn't have any moves that'll reach you. So you don't really have to be worried about blocking attacks. He doesn't have any specials that'll really come at you. The only thing he can do is that running throw, but that has such crazy startup that you should be able to react to it if you're paying attention. So at this range, remember, anti-airs. Alright, then you get the counter hit, but no combo, but that's okay. Alright, so here. At this range, you always want to be thinking about drive impact, because people are going to let it rip all the time. So you don't want to be throwing out any moves that are really punishable or non-cancelable. Here you kind of want to just try to push your way forward and get out of the corner. And unfortunately, you eat the punish for that. Alright, let's check out round 2. Good, the anti-air, finally. Then rushes into this. Okay, drive rush. Again, you got an anti-air. Nice, but no combo. Alright, here. This was fantastic. This is actually a great string to use against players who are trying to walk backwards out of your pressure. So great job on finding a good string. Unfortunately though, you didn't hit confirm it. So what I would recommend to you is to go into training mode and make sure you set the opponent to do like random block. And I have it in my videos. I'm sure you've probably seen it already, but if you haven't, we'll go to training mode after this and we'll take a look. But yeah, practice your 2-hit confirms, because you could have easily gotten a pretty big combo here. Okay, good. Can I ask you here, why did you jump backwards? I think I know the answer, but I want to hear it from you first. Why did you jump backwards after taking Zangief to the corner? Okay, it's trying to bait out a level 3. Great. So, here's the thing with baiting out a level 3. You jump backwards, right? If he does a level 3, you have to go from this distance all the way to the other side of the screen to punish his level 3. So you might not have enough time if your reactions aren't super on point. Neutral jumping would have been a way better idea, as opposed to jumping backwards. If you neutral jump, you'll still avoid the level 3 and you'll be at a range that gives you way more options to punish rather than jumping backwards. That's something a lot of people struggle with. They think they have to jump backwards against grapplers, but sometimes a neutral jump is actually your best option because it keeps you in range to punish them. Meanwhile, a back jump will, depending on the spacing, a back jump will put you too far away. Backdashing is good too, but the thing with backdashing is if you mess up the timing because of the super flash and everything, if your timing gets messed up, you die, because level 3 will hit you. But generally speaking, both are good. If you are comfortable with your execution and you weren't worried about missing the backdash is a great option. What happens here? So you jump back. Again, the jump. Good. That's punishable. But again, here, thinking about punishes, right? Look how much gauge you have. You could have canceled. You could have jab, jab, drive rush into crouching jab, crouching hard punch, launch them, and then you had 3 bars. So you could have gone for a level 3. You wouldn't have burned yourself out, and because of the super animation, you would have gotten at least 2 bars back. So that's what you could have done there. So again, taking more advantage of your hits. There, good, got the punish, so your punishing is great. You were punishing. There again, see? The back jump. Had you neutral jumped instead, you could have gotten a full punish and you could have killed easily. Full punish, you could have killed here had you neutral jumped. Then he jumps into the command grab, boom. So yeah, you actually won that round, but you kind of lost it just because you were just some like decision making issues and some jumping issues against Zangief.